Like in a movie, Brenda, you are recorded now.
So this is the project that we're doing. Hello?
That's what I did, isn't it?
Yes, I'm trying to do some stuff that you told me to do.
So, what did you try to do something?
Yes, I was trying. I'm getting some errors.
So let's see, you're getting an error?
I was trying to put in the tables, but then I remembered you told me the data frame is also a table in the
I can't
first
hear
step.
you, sweetie. Let me put the
Yes.
one sec. Let me see if I can uh, put here the speaker. Yeah, I'm on the maximum. Can you improve your microphone maybe? So it's giving you an error here if you see. Okay, let's see what the error is. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So what does it say here? We're getting too many errors. It tells you unclosed. Here we go, here it is. It tells you here unclosed for loop. See that? That's it again. How do we go to, can we go to, what was that? Is that here? This is it? Looks like it. Okay. See, this is for this. Yeah, you're missing another and four. You need two. You have two loops, one inside the other one. You see that? And that's why I like to be organized, meaning, Daniel, remember? Okay. So that's the external one. You need another for loop. That one has to be here. And that one has to be here. So this way you don't get confused. There's two for loop, one for every product. And every product, by the way, have a link to the product here data, which is the other table. And I'm getting all of the rows there, all the rows per product. So when the product is going over all the products, this is this loop, going over all the product. For each product, please go to this table for that product, go to the link to the other linked row in the other table and give me all of them. And there are five supposed to be for each one of them. And show me what it is. So now it should work. I think that's what I did last time, didn't I? Oh, see, That's what we got, but that's not what we want. We're getting everything. Is that right? So how would you do it? What do you say? How do you make it two tables? Any idea? Anybody? Any idea? See, this is nice because it's really giving you all the rows, but you would like it to be a little better. First of all, you would like to, we didn't really do anything here. We just did, no, this one, by the way, hold a second. Sorry. What did we do here? I want to delete this one. Yeah, we just was seeing this one, and that's not what I want. I want to see this one. And this one, you took it out of the block, it won't work. It has to go back. It has to go back inside here. You made a mess, babe. Baba. That's okay. That's what my wife does all the time. Okay? And we really should close the table, but we don't want to do that. All minutes and we'll play with this. You know what the hell with the table for now. That's not what I'm concerned about. I'm more concerned about this one. This is really more important. Okay? And I just want to show that for every product, you know what, let me put another one before it. So we separate every product and we'll play with it in a minute. What it does, it goes for every product, put a line, and then give me the name of the product. Inside, for every product, go over the years. In the table that links to it, this is the table links to it, and show me that the data of that year, the several data. This is really a table. We'll go over that in a second. So the other one was just the simple stuff that we did last time. That's the primitive one. I don't want to do it this way. Okay, look at that. This is the first product. See that? And we have data. The source is for the product, it's 75. The year, it's 2015, and that's the value. See that? But that's not what I want to do it. I want, first of all, to get, not to get it is like that. I want to get a table that this one will tell me the source. The source is 4, but I don't want him to tell me 4. Okay? Moreover, I might want to have the source in the top here. So how would I do it? Anybody has an idea? Anybody? First of all, just understand the way it works. You know, this is very important. You know, this is very, very important. Look at the table. The table, let's look at the what's happening here. Let's look at the model. What is the model? If we look at the model, this is the data. Where's the model? Let's look at the model. Where's the model? Here's the model. See, this is very simple model. We have the source, has only one column plus the index. Okay. The product has 2, an index for each. This is really the number for every type of description, the product we're exporting or importing. And then we have the data itself. For every, if it's export or import, the product for a specific year, we get a value. So there's 4 columns here. And I want to make a table. And if you remember, if you look at your, I don't know if, is your office working already or it still doesn't work? If you look at the export, you have a Excel open. I want to take from this structure to make a table look like this one. See, here what we have, if you see, here is the number of the item. The description really is the product, is it live animal or whatever. And here we have the data for 5 years. Now I want to make it to look like this table. Now the way the table is organized, we have one table that has only 2 columns, like only this one. Those 2 columns, this is one table, this is the product table. We have one table that hold the data, but it's not, what happened? He didn't like me so far for some reason. Can you hear me, guys? Okay. What does he want? Okay. Okay. We have one table holding all those, the first 2 rows. This is one table we have. We have another table that really that have the source. Is it an export or an import? And a third table, only the values, but the way we organize it, we're not organizing it this way. The last table, it's really like this one. It has an index for the source, have an index for the product, and have an index for the year, and then it has a value. And so for export, let's say it's an export, let's say export is number 1, product number 1, year 2015, and the value in whatever, let's say 455. And that's the way it's the last table is organized. So I'm not really, I have 2015, 16, 17, 18, etc., and I have the value. And how do I take a table like that and turn it to a nice table? So let me help you out a little bit. Let me help you out. Let's go back to this one I don't need. I don't need. Which one do I need? Brenda, which table do I need? Where is it? I close everything. This one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let me help you a little bit. So I'm getting all the years here, is that right? So let's be smart. Let's put a table here. We'll get in a minute, you'll see it will make sense. For every product, first of all, for every product, I want a new row. So I'm putting here a PR. That's for every product. I'm going to remove those B because then I won't need them anymore. I won't need this one anymore. and I won't need this one anymore. In a minute, everything will be so simple. Just go over the rules that I'm making. For every product, okay, I will need a I will need a new row. So this is the outside loop. And here I'm going to close the TR. Fair enough? In the TR, the first thing that I would like to put, okay, later on I will put a title. Don't worry about the title. Let's put the first things, TD. And what do I want to put in the TD? Anybody? What do I have in the product? Something we did use last time, just what we did before with the customer. What do I want to do in the product? Say for product in product, let's go to the model. What do we have in the product table? Anybody with me? I have this one and I have description, don't I? Hello? Hello, guys? Can you guys hear me? Anybody? Can't hear you. Brenda, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, I see you are live. I see your pictures in the other one. Yeah.
You have
But I can't hear you. Okay. Here really, if I put this one, okay.
Dr. Moshe,
Is that right? This is what give me the number. I can do the same things. Okay, by the way, if you see this is really, let's do it this way. So it will be in a nice way that you get accustomed to. One, the first TD will be the product number. The next one, I want to put description. Right? The description. That's going to be the next time. That's the two things that I want to be next to each other. Now it's come to be the nicest trick. This is a really nice trick. Then I'm going to loop and add. I'm going to loop and add here for every year. Oh, not this one. Come on. Anybody can help me? Now I want for every year
use like
to be in a row, not like row by row for every year. So that's why I put the TD here. And this time I'm going to take the year, but this row has five years. So here we go. Let's look at that. Control V. Is that right? What do you think? Is that will work or not?
It will do work. It will work.
I don't know. We'll see. This one is going to loop 5 times. So I'll have to have 7 rows, 7 columns. For the Y, it's really the link to this one. But what is the Y? Don't I need a Y dot value maybe? What do we have here? The Y representing all those 4 elements. If I don't put anything, so it'll give me this stuff, the string. So I'm going to use the value. That's the value that I want.
okay.
So that's what I need to put here. Otherwise, he doesn't know which column I want him to put there. Let's try it. Yeah, what do you say, Brenda?
You're getting there.
How come you didn't know how to do it?
I was doing it, putting in the tables and the TR, but then I was kind of getting lost, but I was trying to do it like that as well.
I don't want to hear those explanations. I want you to do it. Okay?
Okay.
We're in Chicago, don't forget. We are not in Marquis University.
Okay.
We don't need stories. Like that doctors we made, talking, but he didn't do anything. And he wants to meet me in Uganda. Do you think I have time for him?
No, you don't.
I really don't, because I haven't seen anything that he done. I don't want to hear stories. I want to see. See, I'm not talking, I'm doing. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is the way to deal with. But the beauty here, did you see? But what's the problem here?
We have to have the headings.
But I have export and import mixed up.
Yes.
So how do I divide them? Hey, Brenda.
We have to go back to the index.
I don't know, you tell me. First of all, secondly, we're missing titles here. So we deal with the titles in the middle. But if you notice, he's not only going over only 5, he's going 5 for the import, 5 for the export, or vice versa. You see that?
Yes.
And why does it do that? Because I went for every product and I looked all the years. I didn't sort out by the type. I can do that if I want. It will be easy to do that if I want. But I didn't really want to waste too much time on that. There's two ways to do it. The way you can do it, it could be really with an if command, or you can make two, you can really make two, you can make two products. You can make products for import, products for export, and transfer both of them and loop both of them on two different tables. That's one way you can do it. Okay? Another way you can do it. Anybody?
Using the if function as you say.
Can we use the if?
Yes, you can also use the if function as you've said.
Let's look at the, in the product you won't see it. Here we have this one, we have this one. What would I get the export or import if it is? Here we would have if it's export or import, don't we? The Y. What do you think? How about we kind of make a mess? We'll make a mess, so what? Okay, and we'll put here, we have the source, don't we?
Yes.
Am I right?
You're right.
So if it is export or import, isn't it? And let's do that one. Let's see what the heck is happening. I put the source and I put the value. So what do you say, Brenda?
There is a change. It defines the exports and the imports.
You see, it says export, 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 import, import, import. Pretty cool. So what do you do now? Let's see if you're smart, really smart, or you're just making me confused. What do you think?
I think we have to use a TR.
This one we don't want. So how about we do something here? Let's see if you're smart.
We put a TR.
What do we do?
I think we use a TR to create the.
I'm starting. You can do it many ways. This is not my favorite one, but this is the easiest one. If what?
I dot. Okay.
How about if I do that? What do I get now? Just the export, don't I?
Yeah, you get an export.
Am I right?
Yes.
That's it. I don't know.
I know, so you have to learn
Yep, an error.
There's
it has to be source, not cause.
there's a mistake.
It is source.
It's
What?
white dot source.
It's why dot source.
Ah,
Why?
source. Hey, I never can spell even my name correctly. He doesn't like me again. What's the error now? Empty block tag on line 19. Where's line 19? Hey, that's sure. What is missing? You should fix it to me when I make mistakes like that. Is that right or not?
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, what happened here? I'm not getting anything. Why is that?
I think I'm getting experts.
Maybe there's an error here. If y source equal export. I don't know why it doesn't like me. Let's see why. Maybe one. I think it should be two, but never know. No, it doesn't like me. That means it has to have two, which makes sense. So why it doesn't like me? How about we do it this one? What do you think? I think it's called type. What do you think? It will work now or not?
You're not sure.
Doesn't work. What should we do, Brenda? It's not working. Do you have any idea, Brenda?
Not really.
Let's put this one here on top. Make a mess, so what? We did it before. Y dot source dot type. Let's see what does it give. It says export, import, it's fine. Hey,
Um,
so where's the arrow? Daniel, you're good at those kind of stuff, don't you? I think we were missing an S. Let's try it again. Hey, we were missing an S.
Yes.
But I never do that. The reason I won't get that error is I'm going to do something smarter. So we don't really need this one. And now everything should be just fine. That's pretty cool. We're getting exports, don't we?
Yes.
Brenda,
Yes,
I don't like your lines. You see, they are not to the right. That's your exercise, how you make style. So numbers will go to the right. Text will go to the left. That make sense?
yes, it does.
That's the CSS, the styling. Let's see if you can figure it out. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, and I don't have a title here on the top. So how do we make a title? And by the way, before that, I don't like my solution. My solution is good, but I will never write it this way. This is the way you want to write it. Where's the view? And what will you do to, where is it? Let's do another things here in the get data. Let's get another one. Which one would I like to get? I would like to get the source too. And I'll explain in a minute why. And let's put it here. And now when we're coding it, all what we need is this function. Where is it? Here. We should already get another variable called source underscore. And here I usually like to turn it to plural. Does that make sense, Brenda?
Yes, it does.
And why do I do it that way? Because I don't really know how many tables I need. And here I like to transfer it as a plural. Fair enough. Now I have sources. Now I want to be smart. I'm going to do another for loop. But I'm going to put it outside the table. But I want to make two separate tables. So I will move this one to all the way here. And I'll move the table a little bit because I want to get two tables. One for export, one for import. That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
This is the outside one. We didn't close the table, did we? We should have a table, yeah. So this is, we'll have a table for each one of them. Okay? And the outside, what we really want to do is source in sources. We have all the sources. I might have export, import, stealing, People steal. Maybe we want to document that as well. Well, that's a joke. Okay? You can have more than 2 or 3 or 5. Why do I have to limit myself? For sources. Fair enough? And now where it becomes to be really nice. I can take this one here when I'm dealing with export. This will be export and import. I will put it here in the condition. What is the if? I can even remove the type. I don't think I need the type. And I'll just put this one, the source here. See how elegant it is?
Yes, I do see.
Let's see if it works. Let's see if we get 2 tables. It works. So we're getting one here. We'll get another one. I think we do. We just don't have enough. We didn't really separate them. Let's separate them. Let's see. Okay. Is this one table? And this is another table, isn't it?
Yes.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
It is.
What do you think, Binder?
It is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. Why I don't like it? First of all, I don't have a title. So what are we going to do in the title?
We need to
How would you
have
make a title? This is you should know.
the T head.
That should be easy for you.
We use the T
And we
head.
should put here, is that right?
Yeah,
We just learned that today.
we did.
T head. And now what are we going to do? TH. What is the first one?
Inputs.
What will be the first one?
The first one could be exports.
What we should put? Is that right? That's what we're putting here, the first one, isn't it?
Yeah, and the description.
What will be the second one? Description. Very good. And after that, I will need another 5. Is that right?
That's right.
And description. And then what am I going to put here?
2015, 2016.
And how a lazy person does it? It makes a loop. Is that right?
Yes.
And learn to be lazy. Not really lazy, be smart. Because what happens if next year you'll have a year more? Well, you're going to come and change it. You want it to be dynamic, don't you? Am I right or not?
You're right.
So how would you do it lazy?
There's a problem with the description there.
Well,
Up on the description, you've spelled it wrong.
how would you make it lazy?
You copy. You know.
Where you take it from?
You hear one.
What do you say?
You take it from where the phone is from the phone.
You know, there's many ways you can do. The truth of the matter is the right way. The right way, I didn't do it here. Okay, but the right way, you should already have another table. Period. It should say period. You got it?
Yes.
And the truth of the matter, the year here should be a foreign key to the period. That's the right way. That's what we learn in business intelligence. Okay, so many times you don't put it because it's called like degenerated dimension. Okay, but the right way to do it really is adding another table. Okay, and then if you add another table, you just loop over the years, and that will be the end of it. You got it? You want to
Yes.
do it? Now I will give it to you as an exercise, not for this course. So for another course, it's enough for one course. So we'll do it primitive for now. See, when you don't really work the right way from A to Z, that's what always happens. For now, we'll leave it this way and let's see what happens.
There's something
Thank you.
Dr. Amos.
Let's see what happened. Hey, you liked it, don't you? Hey,
Yes.
what does it say? This, what is
The
that?
description,
Thank you. I think I misspelled something there.
you
Yes.
misspelled description.
Yeah. No, I think it was. I hope it's correct now. But I would like you to make it in the middle. So changing this one in the middle. How would you do it? You can do it here. Style. Is that right? Equal. Align.
Center.
Center. You should know that, don't you?
Yes.
And how would you make those numbers to go to the middle, to the right? See how simple it could be when you do the loop? The loop will do it. So all what you have to do is style, equal,
Right.
align. I don't know if it's a line or a text align. I don't remember. We need to see if it works. Right. Let's see if it works. I think it should be text align. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it should say text align. Like this, if I recall, I don't remember. Look it up. Okay? I think it should be this one, but I'm not sure. Hey, it works. You see, only 4 letters did the whole thing. It looks so nice, isn't it, Brenda?
Yes, it did.
Now at least you have, what are you missing?
The current, the X
Which table it is?
distinguishing between tables, which is the
Yeah, but I don't want to do it this way. I know the way you want to do it. But look at the way I did it. Now we're starting only. This is the way I did it. Look at that. I want to have a button here. When I click on it, show you this. You thought you're done. And when I click here, I want to see the import. That's pretty cool. And when I click here, I want to see the chart. You want to make a suicide, don't you? Or you wish you never met me.
Not really.
Here, see how beautiful it is. You're
Yes.
not that far away. You really aren't. I will remind you, okay, we did folders. So where are we going to get the folders from? That's what we started the course with. What is our favorite website?
Every school.
Schools.
How about vertical? No, horizontal we want, don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, horizontal never. Let's see. Here we go to rescue. Hey, remember those stuff we were playing with?
Yes.
So we want to do something like that, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And there's all that stupid stuff. Let's take an example. Let's see what happens. No, I don't want this one. Where's the one that we like? This is the one, but where is it? No, I don't want nail.
No, but
Just a tapes. Look for tapes. That's the easy. This is really what we want, don't we?
Yes.
Am I right, Brenda?
you're right.
You're right.
You sound like my wife now. She always tell me I'm right.
Because yeah.
See, I'm clicking here, clicking here. That's what I want. Export and import, don't I?
Yes.
So let's see how we do it. So what Amos love to do the most?
Copy.
Okay.
What does he like?
Copy.
Copy.
Exactly. I'm expert in copying. So I copy. Okay? Now let's go and implement it inside our stuff. Okay? Let's start with doing the following. First of all, it has to be inside the body, otherwise nothing will work. Let's put it here and throw away the stuff that we don't need. Okay? This one definitely we don't need. The script we do need. Is that right?
That's right.
What the Skype does, we'll see in a minute. We went over that script. If you recall, that's going to be in the exam, Mrs. Brenda.
Okay.
Okay, and then what else? What do we have here? We did that stuff. It looks familiar to me.
Yes, it does.
We're going to keep the style. We don't need the body. The style we're going to keep. Style so it will look nice. This one we don't need. This one we don't need. All this garbage can go away. Is that right?
Yes.
Style, let's leave it there. I don't really care about it. Here's tapes. We don't need the word tapes. We don't need that one either. So far, so good. How about we take the style, leave it there. And now, please notice what I'm going to do with this one. This is the clicking on London, Paris, and all of that. And here I have 3 elements. Let's see if you're smart. Now prove your smartness. Remember my phrase, money talks and bullshit walks. I want to see money here. First of all, I have only 2. So I'm going to get rid of 1. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Again, you sound like my wife. Okay.
No, because
So the first thing is we need to do these steps. And what those steps going to be? Who's gonna make those tapes? We have a friend here. They're gonna help us. We need some loop here, isn't it? And who is gonna make the loop?
Which is us.
The source, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
One for the export, one for the
Input.
import. That's pretty cool. That's why we studied Python, Django, and all of that stuff. Is that right? But then we don't really need both of them. We need only one because the loop will create two. That's pretty cool. What the name we're gonna call, the class going to stay the same. Let's leave the function the same, the event the same, but that's not what I'm gonna put here. What am I gonna put here?
You're going to put source. You're going to put a source.
What am I gonna do?
You're going to put the source.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
That will be export or import instead of London or whatever city. And I want them also to see that. I will give it to you as an exercise. How do you make it capital letter? Because I think it's only a small letter. So, or you just go there and change it to capital as you wish. That's pretty cool. That will make the table. Do you agree?
Yes.
Now let's see. Let's see. I will do it slowly and you try to make it for me. So I'm gonna remove this one. And please pay attention. I have a table, is that right?
Yes, you do.
The whole table is inside and it's going to be twice, two tables. And please notice, let's take the style on the top. Style should be really usually on the top. I always like to put it here. Okay. Okay. Now is really where it becomes to be really being elegant and smart how to implement. See, what do we really have here? We really have two tables. You see that? They're very similar, aren't they?
Yes.
And we want the table to be inside this div instead of this inside. We don't need this garbage. We want to put a table inside. One table to be for the export, one table to be for,
The inputs.
exactly right. So we don't really need both of them because the loop will take care of it. Okay? And now it becomes to be so simple. I'm going to take this one, put it right here, and this one, just close it. One little things I need to take care of. You tell me. We have done it already. Don't I have to change the ID here
You have to.
for export and import? Is that right? I'm done.
Yes.
See how elegant it became to be? Let's see if it works. Where are we? No, not this one that I want. Where is it? We don't need this one. We don't need this one. What is the, what we, yeah, here we go. Refresh. Hey, what do I get?
You get the exports and the inputs.
Is that cool, isn't it?
Yes.
I still don't like it. And that's the last topic for your project. Why I don't like it? One more time. Let me refresh the page. See, it took him a little time. It's a small table, but it took him a little time. Okay? He already has all the data. Okay?
Yes.
So when I click, the data is there, so it's really going fast, so it's nice. But maybe somebody is not interested in the import. Why to download the data? If somebody not interested in the import at all, why should I download the import? If somebody interested only in the import, why should I download the export? That makes sense?
Yes,
Yes.
it does.
Now we're doing the hardest part. This is really, really hard. Okay? And tune up. Okay, we have this, by the way, one thing you can do, this is a little tricky. I will do it. I will do it before I will do it before, this is another topic. See, when you start when you start it, when you refresh, you don't see any data. Okay, you need to click on export and import. Can you make it when it's opening to kind of click for me the export? Maybe most of the people like to look at the export. Okay, but you know what? Let's hold on that. Let's hold on that. I would like to do something else. What I'm going to do now, which really will surprise you, I'm going to take the whole things here. In fact, this one I'm going to keep here, but I'm going to take the whole things from here. And delete it. And I'm going to go and do something very unusual. I'm going to go here, make a new one, and I'm going to make a new HTML. I always like file like that to put them with underscore. Okay, I'm going to delete the whole things. And I'm going to put the code we did before. Okay,
Okay.
that's it. Now, this one is kind of very confusing. If you look at it, I'm going to go to the view. And in the view, I'm going to make another one. This is the hardest part you have ever studied, but it's not that too bad. Okay. And we're going to delete, of course, this one. I can use this one if I want. And what do I want to transfer here? In fact, I would like this one. Yeah, this one. This is fine. And I need the source and I need the product. Is that right? Do we need, yeah, we need the product. We need all of them. So let's leave all of them. And so we leave all of them. I don't need the title. And I don't need this one either. I need the product, I need the source. What else do I need? Do I need other things? I have the source, I have the product, and from the product I get the Y, so I don't really need anything else. Okay. In the data, okay, good. So in the data, I'm just making that one. And I want to do another one. I don't really want to put the source here. I'm going to remove the source from here. And I'm going to remove that loop for the source. So I'm not going to have two tables. I'm going to have only one table. And it really depends which source I'm sending to it. Depend on the source that I am sending to it. Okay?
Okay.
So this will make one table. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why am I doing it? Here, I'm going to, but I'm not going to use this one. Just going to copy it for myself. I just need the source and I need the product. That's it. No, I don't need even the source. Yeah, I do need the source. And I don't need, I need the product. So I go back to here. And I don't really, I'm not going to use this one. I don't need it. And in a second, you will see what I'm doing, okay? It doesn't know really what the source is, so I have to bring it from the model. I'm importing the product and I'm importing the source. In a minute, you see why. Okay? I want to bring all back. I want to filter the source. I'm going to use filter. And in parentheses, I'm going to tell him, you know, I want the type to be equal to export. So it will bring me, it really, in fact, here, you know what, there's a better one than a filter. In this case, since it's going to be one, you can use the function called get. Give me the row in which the type is exports. Fair enough? I think it's plural. Am I right? Now, this one will be the source for the export. I will fix it in a minute. Okay, I will fix it eventually in a minute for you. But for now, that's what I want to do. And what I really want to get back, I don't want the index, I want the underscore data. And I will explain underscore I always use when I'm not really getting a template, I'm just getting a piece. This is really not a full HTML. It doesn't really inherent. It's only a piece of HTML. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why I put it there. In the view, I'm going to call only the export. I'm going to put the rows only for the export, is meaning one row. And that row, in fact, this time, I'm not going to put it this way. I'm going to do it this way. Let me put a underscore here, as I usually do. You really don't have to, but I usually do. Okay, so I'm transferring, and I'm not transferring really products. Products too, but source, it's only one. Okay? In fact, if you look at the data, we don't have sources because we removed the loop for the sources. So we're doing it only for whatever source I'm transferring to that underscore data. Beautiful. This is done. I don't like this part. If I want the import, I want it to be import too. So this is really where it becomes to be the hardest part. I'm going to write if request dot method. And I always forget it. I will copy for myself. Bear with me a second. I think I did it somewhere. I think I did it in deep billings. Anybody see here post? No, we didn't use it here. No, what did I do? I think maybe in the to do. I always forget how to write it. Yeah, here we go. This is what I want. Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to write if the method is post. In fact, I don't need it as a post. No, if I want it as a post. No, I don't want it as a post. How did I do it? I forgot already what I did. Let me minimize your screen. Bear with me a second. I did it the other day and I forgot what I did. 1 second, okay? I'll be right with you. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry. We don't need really. Let me copy myself. Okay, that's fine. I got it. I just simply forgot, but that's not what I really want. That's for different purpose. Ah, shoot. One sec. Bear with me. I think that's the way I did it. It will make sense in a minute.
Okay.
And you don't really know what that one does. So bear with me and everything will be clear. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to pull up, this function is going to be called in a very special way. And I'm gonna pull the data or the information from here, okay? And what I really would like to do is from the source object, I want to, uh, from the source object, I'm going to transfer if it's export or import in a second. And then I'm going to, whatever this is going to tell me if it's export or import in a second. This source will be export or import, okay? And what I'm going to do here, in fact, get type equal, instead of export here, I'm going to use that word source. Because I'm going to transfer this one. If I want export or import, I will show you in a minute. This is something I haven't taught you yet. How am I going to call this function? And this function, in fact, I'm going to give it a different name, of course. How did I give it to myself in mind? I called it get source data. So I'll call it the same way here. Get source data. Fair enough? And that function we're going to call in a special way. And after I call it in a special way, I will transfer to it what I really want to get. And the source here, it will hold inside if it's export or import. So this one would say export and import. So I will put it here and it will pull up a record if it is an export or import. And that's it. And then the product, I'm going to transfer all the product. And the truth of the matter, you can really do it smarter and limit even, don't really pull all the data. You don't really need all the data. What you really can do, let me see if I did it there. You can be smarter. Yeah, I did, in fact. Yeah, this is pretty good. I did it right. Yeah, I did it really in a smart way. I did it in the right way. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me see if I can do it. I will redo it here. Okay. One more thing is I will pull up all the rows, but I want to add another things here, and that's the third table. And that was, let's see, the year data. And I'm going to use here year data. And I'm going to use year. Don't worry, it will make sense in a second. The truth of the matter is, if I use the product, I can use the product, yeah? I can use the product. But if I use the product and I will pull all the data, that won't be the smarter things to do. So what I'm going to do is do a filter, and I'm going to filter. By the way, this object has in the model, if you look at the model, it has something called source. See that? So what I'm going to do is to And here I'm going to tell him source. And here I will need double quotation, double underscore. And in the source, I want the type to be equal to the source. So please pay attention. Source here, it really means to this one. How about we call it source name? Doesn't matter. It would be easier to remember. It really is if it's export or an import. Okay? Don't forget in here, I am putting only the object. Source underscore will be only the source with that name, which is export or import. Let me do it one more time. This one, I have to explain to you how I get if it's export or import. We didn't get there. I will come back to that. So let's say it's an export. So by the way, here I don't only need the all because I'm taking only one. So I'm getting a column. This is only one row. So this is only one row of is it export row or it's an import row. After I get that row, and here I'm telling him, bring me the data, but only the data for the one that is export. If this one is export, bring the data from this big table only for the export. If it is import, bring only the import. And now I'm going to transfer it to the other one as well. So bear with me a second. I just want to double check that I did it right. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's put here one more column and we call it, and what happened? Why it didn't like me? It should like me. Okay, and I'm going to do here year data, and the year data going to be year data underscore. So what did I really do? I'm transferring the object source and I am transferring the data that belongs to that source. Okay, I'm not pulling all the data. It would be a waste of calling data and moving it to the user. So I'm transferring the product, the list of all the products. I have the source and I have the year. Now let's go and look at this template. Do I really get, let's say it's an export. So if this is export, this one, the source is ready will say export. The product will be all the list of all the products. The year data will be all the data only for the export. So let's see if this one, how do I modify this one if I need to at all? Okay. I don't really need the tabs. By the way, here I don't need the tabs. The tabs supposed to stay there. So I'll put it back. We go back to the index. And under that, the tabs, I need to leave them here because they don't change. And the hardest part, and this is the most beautiful part, I'm going to add another div here. And I'm going to give it a name, call it a, I can call it whatever, ID equal data. And we will use it, okay? And what I want to do now, whatever will come from here to go here. Okay, this is one way I can do it. Okay, because this is one way I can do it. Because this one by itself, by the way, it does have, if you see, it has its own div, it has the name. So the source, by the way, that will be a tricky one. This is the way I did it. I don't think this is the way I did it. By the way, I don't need that one. I can just leave source. I don't need the type. That's fine. Source will be already the name as it should be. So this one we done. For product in product, that's okay. We got this one, we got this one, and how did I do that one? That one I can do it this way, but I don't want all the products. How did I do it myself? There's so many ways you can do it, but I would like to keep something that I know it works. So bear with me a second. Apology.
Yeah. Tutukula. Chichi wakama. Oh.
You know what I'm going to do, Brenda?
Yes.
I'm going to send you this file. Instead of inventing the whole things all over, I will
Okay.
just send it to you to your email, okay?
Okay.
I think that would be easier instead of me having to reinvent the wheel. What did I want to? Yes. I'm going to call it Ajax. And I'm going to add this table right in here. And that's going to be bear with me a second. I'm going to send you 3 files just in case. This one work, okay? And another things.
Then you look in the present.
Okay. So I send you 3 files, Brenda.
Okay.
Could you download them, please?
Yes, but you have control. So
That's what I could do. That's what you could do.
Yeah, the top one. The 3 of them. Download all of them.
there is this.
Just open the page. Yeah, the whole thing. Okay. And then you just go here. Okay.
Yes.
And here it is. Where the other two?
The other two
This
is
is the index source, index Ajax.
it's down there.
There it is.
And then the index HTML.
And what else do we have in index? Take those three, cut them, and let's go to let's go to, how do I get to the,
Python.
I want to go to the Python, yeah.
Down on the taskbar.
Where is it?
Down.
I can't see it for some reason.
It's here.
Eh, yeah, here it is. So let's put them temporarily, the one that I just bought, okay?
Okay.
I'll put them here and then I will delete them, okay?
Okay.
Just to make sure that I can copy the code from there, okay? So first of all, your index files, how it's supposed to look like. This is my, let me close all of them. Let's close everything. Let's start with your index and my index, okay? This is your index and this is my index. Fair enough? So already I have here is just really the fonting stuff, and that's for a table that I made. So, and then there is the container for the title, and here you can see I am transferring the sources. So I have this one, and then I have the as source for source, and then I have the whole things as we did it that way, okay? And then we have a function. This is really was my index file, but that's not the index I want you to have. I made another index objects, and this is the one I want you to have, okay?
Okay.
We have a style here, another style. So I'm gonna really just copy those styles. By the way, what is this one? Yeah, this is for the chart. You know what? I will copy the whole things and we deal with the chart as well because I did put also the chart here. And in the block of the content, yeah, this is very important. Let me copy this one. Yeah, I noticed I put also here the picture. Let me take this one. Let's go to your index. And in your index, we're gonna remove the style. I'm gonna remove the whole things. Let's do it. I'll remove the whole things. Okay. You know what? Even more than that, I will. Did I? Yeah, in the body. Okay, good. So that's one. Let's put this one. Control, copy, and I'm gonna go here, and I will explain everything. I promise. It's a little tricky. Okay. And then there's another block that you do need. And I don't know if I put it, I think I did. If not, we will. It's this block. This is really has to do with the images and everything. It looks scary, but don't get scared. There's a whole new block, okay, which we didn't cover yet,
Okay.
okay? In a minute, I'll go over the whole things. Don't worry about it. In the beginning, it's scary. Let's go over that one. This is just styling, make everything looks beautiful. There is something called D for chart. This is for making the picture. And I will get back to that in a minute. Okay. We have a container just saying data on export and import. That's an easy. This is for the tab. That one you're familiar. And this is really the buttons that we see on the top. Or what I did, I call it S. okay, as in sources. Fair enough?
Fine.
Sure.
Okay, so then we have the in fact we're making a tape for each one of them, so I'm still keeping those tapes. Okay, okay, and then this is really nothing special here. Okay, so let's leave that one for a second. I can really remove this one because I copied everything from here. And let's open up what's supposed to be the, I'm missing one. I had the index, I had this one, and index source. That's the way I called it. Let me also call it index source, yours too. Where's yours? Index. I call it data. I'm gonna rename it. Instead, I will delete yours and I will take this one and the index source, I'm gonna move to yours. Fair enough?
Fine.
Okay? And I will explain how I did it. So we don't really need those two anymore. That's it. Let's understand this page. I'm going to put source, I'm going to transfer source to it. And inside that, by the way, this is exactly what we had. Remember for a table. Okay, this is the header. And here I'm going for P in products, all the products. I'm looking for every product. And then let me maybe bring this one will be easier to follow. Good. Then we have exactly what we did. You know, we have this one. Here I just put the product ID and the description. And here we did for Y in product year to date and source, and we finished. The truth of the matter, I don't know why I transfer. It's exactly the way I did mine. Okay, let's leave it. This is perfect. This is exactly what we did, if you recall. The only difference is we don't have for loop. So this is really, I hope it's clear. Everybody with me?
Yes.
See, I'm putting the source, the type, that's going to tell me if it's export or import. This one, we're having all the title, okay? This is goes for the title. By the way, I kind of screwed up. This really should have, yeah, this is fine. You have all the years, remember we did that?
Yes. I
This is
remember.
the same way, I just put it in the same line,
Fine.
just to save some space. And this one is very simple. I just did P for product. I transfer all the product exactly the way we did it. Nothing different. The only thing is I made it as a separate piece of HTML. We never done it before. And that's really what's special about that one. So I'm going to close it and see what's going to happen. When I put it up, how do I put it up? This is the hard part. Okay? Let's look at what we have here in the body. In the body, we have styles. Okay? And this is going to go for the child. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but we have some, just the title. This doesn't do anything. This one we know we already have done. Okay? I just used the same way we did. I just gave it a BTYN underscore. There's a reason because there was a reason. I don't remember why, but I just gave it a name. I like to this. I know why. Because those ones has the ID is different. There was a reason I called it BTN underscore and I put the name. So the ID of this button, okay, there are going to be two buttons. I gave it a name. So this is the name, the class, and there is a function that takes the event and takes which type it is. Okay, I'm not really using their conventional way of their function that we copied from them. In a minute, I will get back to that. inside here, please notice, I do the source and I loop again, so I have two div. I have those two divs. That's exactly what we did previously. So I have two divs, and there is another function that I put inside the div, which is very important. I will get back to that. This is the hard one, but don't worry, I will go over that at least twice, if not 3 or 4 times. For now, just forget about it. This is the hardest part. Okay, this is really the hardest part. But let me break it to pieces. Okay, this function that you see here, all this complex function, has to do with the chart. So let's ignore that now for now. We'll ignore the chart for now. We'll ignore the chart. This one is important. I'm making some variable called pages. And this is the open source. Remember we had open source before? And this is the one we copied from the W3,
Yes.
okay?
Okay.
This one we didn't have. I added it up. I will explain that. But this code, that's what you used to have. This is really what we copied from W3 school. All the rest is new. And what is the hardest part? This is the hardest part. This part. We never done this part. Let me make sure it works first, and then I will explain piece by piece. Let me just make sure that I have a, just bear with me. Just make sure that my function that I'm going to put for you is the way I did it. It's already that simple. And when I did it, I focused, and now I'm really out of focus, I think. But let me just double check that my view is correct. And now that's the one I want. This is the one I want. I don't know why I transferred the year data. I don't think I need it, but everything here looks fine to me. Get source data, we get the source, we get the products, we get the source. I transfer the source to be the source. This is good. The products is the product, and the year data is the year data. And now I'm transferring index underscore source. That's perfect. Okay, good. I don't think I need the year data, but let's leave it for now. I'll get back to it. Let's go and try to operate it. Okay. Let's see if it works. How do I activate it? I don't see your, I think you should, restart the sharing. Restart the sharing, Brenda. Daniel, it's hard. This is you will need to do as well. Okay, now I see. Good. Let me just request remote control, request, and let's do refresh. Okay, I'm getting an error. Block looking for one end. What is that? Yeah, block. Yeah, I think you don't have this one. I didn't put, let me double check if this one exists. If not, we'll have to add it. This is a special block, which is must be there. But again, I don't know in your sharing, I don't get to, okay, let me look at your base. I hope I did it. I think I did it. Oh, you got, what is the base? Let's see the base. And no, not this base. That's not what I want. Not in the setting. Let me go into Uganda base. This one inherent from this base. So let's look at the template. Let's see if I did it there. I might didn't, and then we'll have to edit on that. It should be a block. Yeah, it is there. And no, but I don't see it here. Document ready, but I didn't put that part. There really should be a part in the ready. It should be a part in here. So bear with me a second. I think I need to edit here. Ready, document ready. I have this one that goes with this one. And this is closing here. Let me double check, okay? Let me double check. This is a segment of the code that get activated when the page is loaded. And let me double check on mine. So I want, yeah, this is good. It's in the ready. So let me do it on yours, and that should work. What we really need to add here is this segment. And this is really, by the way, this is a script. And this script, if you notice, there's a function of the document. When the document is ready, is activating this function. It does some stuff here, and it does some stuff here. In fact, there is one more thing missing here, but we'll deal with it some other time. For now, I want to build up a segment, and every time I will get there, I would like to, every time I get there, I would like it to activate this part as well. So in order for him to take this code and put it inside, I must build up a block here. Okay? And the truth of the matter, I will just keep it empty, and the code that I will write, in another page that extend this page, which they are your index extending it, it will put this code right here. And what this code will do, when the page is uploaded, it will put those functions of JavaScript function, it will put them here. And that's really the beauty, okay? So now I'm gonna go back to your index, and please pay attention, this part, I am defining a function for the chart, how to make the chart. I'm gonna ignore it for today. And all what I really care is this function. There is going to be a function called open source. And that's a very special. By the way, if I take this one away, this is just the same one that you had before when you click on the tab. And beside this one I will explain in a second. Okay? This one I will explain in a second. This is a very special event broadcasting. But I will get. The only thing is, in your case, you didn't have this variable source. And I'm going to use it right in here. When I click on the source, I would like to do something. And that's a part of really this one. I'm going to build up something. You will see in a second. Okay? You will see in a second. Let me put this one back here. This is the hardest part, okay, out of everything. But before I continue, let's see where this function exists. Let's see where I put it. Who is activating this function? Do you see that? This is the button of the tapes. Remember, we have export, import.
Yes.
When I click on them, it's going to activate that function. It's going to transfer the event, and moreover, is going to transfer if it is export or import. I will have two buttons. So when I click on it, it's activating this function, transferring the event, and it tells me if I clicked on the export or import. That's why. So that's very important. And now what this function does. Source means export or import, okay? This is, let's hold on that one a second. This is another very important element. So elegant, but in a minute I will talk about it, okay? In a second. You can do it, Daniel, you're gonna implement it slightly different than in here, okay? But for now, let's leave that one for a second. Let's ignore it, okay? And let's ignore if page is not, ignore it. Let's just focus on this part. This is the hardest part. And here, please notice, there is in JavaScript a function called post. And this one is going to call your application Uganda economics. You're going to go to the URL of your application economics, and is going to activate what is known as a get source data. So we must have this one in your URL. Remember, we already made that function. Only things is we have to make sure it's here. So if you remember, we made that function already. That's why you will find it. But I'm going to use it here. Sorry of keeping you so long. Okay. So what is going to do after this one being called, it will go to this function. This function will go to the view. And what the view is going to do, get source data is going to get this element. In a minute, I will explain how this one is going to get. And all what it does really is getting me the raw of the source, getting me all the product. The truth of the matter, I don't think I need this one, but I will keep it there. Okay? I don't think I will need it, but let's keep it there. I will remove it in minutes. I probably forgot to remove it. Okay? And I thought to do it using this one, but I found a better trick. So, okay. So I'm forwarding to this template. What I'm really doing in here, I'm going to transfer to this data small or a sub HTML. I'm transferring those variables. These ones going to go to, where is that one? Where is this one? No, this one. It's going to go to the index source. Is that right? That's the way I call it. No, I want to change these functions to be index source. That's the way we call it. And when it gets to this function, to this template, it's going to make a small template. It's going to bring it back. So let me go back to here and explain. What this one is going to do, this line is going to call that function. And when I'm calling that function, I'm transferring to it the source variable. You see the source here is going to be transferred to here. So what does it really mean? That means when I'm in the view here and that function is being called, the request will have a variable called source. Okay?
Okay.
And that source will tell me if it's export or import. And after I know what's export and import, I will get the data for export and import, transfer to this one, and I'll get the template. Let's see if it works. And then we'll go over it at least as many as needed. It doesn't like me. Why? Why it doesn't like me? It should like me. Let's go to the PyCharm and see what does it say. Terminal. It goes to the index. Okay, the index is okay. So why it doesn't like me in the index? Is that really the problem? Yeah, the index should be. Let's see the index. And it doesn't like something in the index. Anybody can help me? It's missing end block. Anybody can see well? In the index, the one.
It's line 01, 101.
Which line? 101. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Where's 101? 101. Here we go. We do have that one. It doesn't like this one. Dome ready. How did I call it here in the base? How did I call it here? Yeah, this is fine. Let me see if I do the following. It's very strange. It should go there. This base is being called by the base economics, isn't it? Yeah. And here, let me put it here. Let's see. Maybe that's the reason. Okay. And the base economic, this is being called by this one. How about I take the whole, by the way, we don't have the end. I thought we did have, I did it, didn't I? No, we don't. Yeah, I forgot to add it there. Okay, that's what explained that. Makes sense. We have to close this one. We have to put it in the end there. And it's really in the very end. It's missing. It should be here. Fair enough. Yeah, this should be here. Hopefully it will work now. אני חושב שיש לי טלפון, תראה מי זה. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's click on export. It's not giving me anything. But it seems like it's doing something. Clicking on the import is not doing anything. But we're making some progress. Not much, but we're doing some progress. Let's go back and check everything. Now that we're getting there, I think it's what first things that you would like to do is really this function. Let's go before that. Sorry, let's go step by step. This is really important. The graph we'll do next time. Okay, I think we already passed. Let's go here. Let's in here do alert and see if we're getting the source. You know, I don't really know where to start. There's so many errors. Next, things that you would like to do is to, at the same time already, look at the view. And this is the function it's supposed to come out. So let's print. Let's do print. Let's see if I get export or import, whatever I'm, whatever I'm. So this really can give us a good start to see if what happened. Where am I? When I got lost.
Is it a page number you want to go back to?
Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's click on export. Oh, it does. It gives me export. You see? So the click is working. Let's do okay, and something happened here, but I don't really know exactly what happened. So let's go back to here, and let's see if the function is being called. I don't see the function is being called. Why the function is not being called? Because I don't see in the view, it doesn't print here. So let's do another one. Print. Let's do that one so we will know if we're getting it or not. I just want to see if the function, this one, it's actually calling the U economics and it's going to the get yuan. And by the way, this is supposed to be the answer. So let me see, by the way, we'll do alert and data and see what we get in the data. Okay. Let's see if we're okay here. Let's refresh. Refresh. And let's go to the export. And this calling export. But I'm not getting anything. So let me see if, no, I'm not getting anything. Oh, this is a very, very important error. Anybody wants to guess what it is? Daniel, you got that error, remember?
Yes.
So how do we fix it? What do you think? I told you there is one more thing we're missing. And one more little things that we need to add, and that should be fine. Bear with me a second. I thought I will get by that. Sorry. Fine. Yeah, there's one more things we must add, otherwise it's not going to work. I think this one you will need. Let me send you, Brenda.
Yes?
I'm going to send you some code in your email, and I will take it from there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I send it to you. Let's go back to, uh, let's go back to your email. In fact, it is working. It's just that it doesn't allow you, want to send the information, yeah, just open it. Just open it. That's it. Okay. You just need to, I want to make sure if I need any libraries there. One thing is for sure, it will not work without this var. We need this one, and we need this one. I think this one we already did. I think this is it. This one is my own function. Yeah, this one I need for sure. And let's go back to your pie chart. It doesn't come to me. I don't know why. Yeah, here it is. And we need to put this one in your base. And it should be really on the very top. Was it here? I think it was here, wasn't it? Hopefully I don't need any other library. Let me double check. Can you go back to your to here? And yep, you have the script. No, it's outside. So let me go back to here. Take this one, and that's going to be outside here. Right in here. Okay. Now I think we need more libraries, but let me see if I have the cookies here. I put all the libraries that I thought you might need. And let me run it first. Let's see. Maybe that will work. I think the cookies libraries we will need. Why it doesn't like me now? It doesn't like me. It doesn't give me anything. Nope. It's not working at all now. Let's go back. Go back. Why it doesn't like me? Because I think I'm missing a library. And I think the libraries is the cookies library. How do I go back to your email? Right here. And I think I'm missing some libraries here that they are part of these ones. jQuery, jCookies. Let's see if which one I'm missing here. Plotly, you need the Plotly too. Using it. Let me go and take this one and go back to here. And let's go back to the top. Let's see which libraries we do have and which one we don't have. jQuery we do have. Bootstrap we do have. Let's do the following. And jQuery we do have. I will leave the cookie. Whopper I will leave. Bootstrap we do have. And Plotly you will need too. Bootstrap bundle. Do we have that one? Let's see. Bootstrap. This one I think we must have, and this one that makes if it works or not. But let's see the Bootstrap. Yeah, Bootstrap. Go up and down. And is that the same library? Copy it. Let's see if it's the same. Then I don't need it. Go back. Here we go. Control V. Is that the same library? That's the bundle. No. Okay, so Control Z. Let's go back down to Control Z. I will leave it there. Okay. Flatly you need for the images, proper. I think this one we do have. Proper. Yeah, we do have 5.3 proper GS, mean JSA. We do have it here, so we don't need it. That one can go away. Okay. I think that cookies needed here. Otherwise it will not work. Okay, let's see. Oh, it doesn't like me. Let me take this one out for a second. It worked before. Without it, it gave me at least. I have a feeling I need to. Yeah, that's the cause of the error. But this is a must be there. We are missing a library. Search HTML, functions, request, Ajax. Let's see which other library I'm missing. Okay, this is the one we copied. Is that right? Let's take them out. Let's go back to mine. Where is the email? This is your email. Let's see all those ones. Let's see the other ones too. Okay. כן, אני מגיע, תגידי לה. עוד מעט. תן לי מה יש לי ממנה. Okay, let's put those ones here. Control V. I think one of those has to be here. I don't know which one. Let's try that and see what's happening. And let's restart it. Maybe sometimes Control C. You have to restart the server to upload those. No, but yeah, those static. Yeah, we had to restart the server. I don't really need all those libraries. I know that. Okay. Export. Oh, shit. Nope. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is exactly the structure in my computer. This one is fine. Domain, sidebar, that's fine, that works. And why is this one is not working? Let me one more time look at my computer. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not really working. This is very strange. It works nicely on mine. So I don't really know why. Let me double check one last time and maybe we'll continue some other time. I think we took too much time today. This is fine. This is should work. It really should work. This should work. And it's inside the script. It's fine. And everything is just fine. All this part is correct. But why this one? Of course. My God, I can't believe I did that. I didn't give you those libraries, by the way.
It's okay.
See, I download them. Yeah. Anybody can see why it's not working? What's the problem here? Anybody? What's the problem in the code here? See, the Plotly is fine. It's taking the data from the internet. Is that right? What's the problem with all the other ones? See, the bootstrap we don't already need. Okay. And this bootstrap also I don't really need. I think the proper, we said that we already had the proper mean. Yeah, we do. So we don't need that one. But we do really have, I think that maybe the first one also we have. We have this one. Anybody catch the arrow? Daniel? Yeah, this one is already there too. What's the problem with this one? This is the only one that I must have. Is that right?
Yes.
And why is not working? See? Daniel? Anybody? Let's see the genius one. Anybody?
Dr. Amos, I have a question.
Before a question, tell me why it's not working.
It's about that. So,
About that, yeah, go ahead.
yes, are we having that JS cookies in our static folder?
Very good, very good. Do we have that static library? Exactly right, beautiful. We don't, okay? I'm just trying to find out where did I put it. So I'm gonna send you this library. Hold a second. I will find it. It should be cookie mpgs. Where did I put it? God help me. GS, npy, cookies. Here it is. Okay. I am going to send it to you. God. Okay. So let me just open that one again. Let's send you another email. Brenda, you're getting too many emails from me today. I didn't really expect that. GS, I will call it. No. And that one's supposed to be in Academy City, in static, GS, NPM, cookies, and this is the one I'm going to send you. Very good. It doesn't let me send you this attachment. Why? It says for security purposes. Gosh. Okay, I'm going to send it to you from the WhatsApp, okay? It doesn't take it from, Google doesn't let me for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see the WhatsApp. If you will take it, hopefully it will. Do you have the WhatsApp web on your computer? Okay. Yeah, okay. In fact, we can really find that library online if we don't find it there. Okay, but it's for security purposes. Maybe I should have changed the. Uh, okay, let me see. Here we go. And I'm going to go to here. And here we have to go to the projects. We have to go to here. Static. No, not this one. Here we go. And then we have to have static. And we have to have GS. And we have to have npm cookie. And that's the library I would like to transfer here. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I did go. It seems like, yeah, go ahead. Can you download it? Now, we don't really have to put it in the same place I did. We can put it in another place. Is that right? We have a static already. We're using static, don't we?
Yes, we
I
are.
didn't put here static. Yeah, it is source, Google. Don't we have the static here somewhere? Yeah, we do have static. So this is good. And didn't I use static another place? Here we go. We do have. So we can really put it under the static. We'll make a simple one and we change the link in the static. Under the static, you see we have all of those like we use the fab. I think you're using the same computer, aren't you, Daniel?
Yes.
We can really just do another directory here, like a new directory, and we call it GS for JavaScript. And under that one, why don't you put the file right under that one, okay? And then if that's the case, I can just go here and instead of all of that, you can just put this one here like that. That should work, okay? You're putting it there, Daniel?
Yes.
Put it right here in the GS under the static in that project.
So should I download it?
Is it coming down? Can I see your screen?
You're having that shit. You're controlling.
Is it there already?
Not yet, because you're controlling the screen.
Yeah, excellent. Go ahead. Just use do you use the web app, by the way? Do you use that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Why don't you? Okay, let's see. Can you go ahead and do that?
Yes, we are.
Good. Very good. So we got one here, and this is it. Let's download it. Okay. So keep, and we're gonna go here, showing folder, and here is this one. Why didn't keep the extension? Cut, and we're going to go now to the C. We're gonna go to the inus. We're gonna go to the projects. We're gonna go to threads. We're gonna go to, where did we put it, Daniel? Web threads.
static.
Setting static, is that right?
Yeah.
Here we go. And that's the place we're supposed to put it. Good. Hopefully that will work. And let's try it. Oh, it works. Oh, we're getting a data, you see?
Yes.
Oh, it's putting the data there. That's pretty cool. We need to know how it works. And let's go to the input. Okay, it tells me input, you see? I click on it. It's downloading the stuff. I put it, and you put it right there. Let's click here. Let's see if we see the chart. Yeah, the chart also works. We just need to understand how it works, okay? But what the beautiful part about it is, see, when I export, but it doesn't really download the data. You see that? When I click on import, I see import is bringing, but it's not downloading the data again. Let me refresh. This is very important. That's why we did the whole things. When I click on export, it tells me, oh, I understand you want me to bring the data of the export. I do okay. Is cooking, is approaching the server. Pay attention, is bringing the small web page. Do you see that, Brenda?
Yes, I do see.
It's only for the small web page. I do okay, is plugging it here. And now when I click import, it doesn't have the, it said, oh, you want the import? It doesn't have the import, so it's bringing the import. It brought it, it put it in, and that's it. When I click on export again, it's not gonna bring, see, it says export, but it's not bringing the data. You got it?
Yes.
That's very important. Here we go, but it doesn't bring the data. I click here, it doesn't bring the data. How does it do it? And that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll do it some other time. What do you think, guys? I think we did too much.
Yeah.
I think you already did. But at least it's working.
Yes, it's working.
We did a lot of things, by the way. This is really, all of that stuff should be added to the regular project. But by the way, one thing you learn how to add to the static. This one, by the way, is for the graphic. That's what a library that makes the graphics. This one makes sure that any transfer to the server is secured. Okay, even in Ajax. That's why you have Ajax setup here. Okay, and what we're doing here, I'm just summarizing, so I apologize. Okay, I'll take only 1 minute just to
Okay.
make. So we added those two libraries. They are very important. One deal with cookies and making security. One is for the images, and we'll talk about it next time. Okay, so I can close the base. This one is inheriting from the base. We have the DOM. This one is a segment of a code. They're going to be work right after, only after the whole page downloaded. Because sometimes if a function tried to work and the whole page didn't download, it will not work right. So that's why I add this part. Now you go down, and here, this is a mini page. That's already a web page. That's why always this kind, I put underscore before them. It really is, it takes the source, it tells me the name, the H3. This is the table like we did. I transfer to it the source. That's why it knows what the type is. Then I do a P for all the products. I roll over exactly, but this time, remember, I still keep here if the source is the same, and therefore is only doing only for that specific export or import. And he's sending this one to me. How do I, when do I get this one? How that works? And that's where we'll go here, and with that we'll finish. If you look at this function, It's a very smart function. By the way, I can remove that one. I don't need it anymore. It's just to make sure it works. Is checking first, by the way. This part I will talk about next time. This part is really putting a dictionary here, and he's checking if the dictionary has the export or import, because this one can get export or import. Okay, so he's putting it in the page. If he find does really that one has the import already. If it has it, don't do anything. If it doesn't have, this is doesn't have. If it doesn't have, then please go to the server, call this function, and this function, when it gets the data, how does it know? I'm sending to him if it's export or import. So when I get to the view, whatever I'm sending to him, this is really what comes here. And you can see here, by the way, in the bottom. You see in the bottom, it says import. Before I click the export, probably, you see export. So he's getting, whatever he's getting, he's doing the work, he's putting the data, and is sending this mini template. It's a small, only for the export, only for the import. When this one is getting here, and that becomes to be the nice part. When it comes here, when I showed you, this is what I'm getting. This is the data. I don't really need it anymore. And this is the beautiful part, is finding where he's supposed to put the data. And when he's putting the data, when he's finding the data, in fact, by the way, if you look at the tab, he's looking tab export or tab import. Remember, we're making here on the top, we're making those tabs. Here it is. This is what we're making tabs. You see that?
Yes.
We have a tab, import, or another button. There will be two of them because the source will create both of them. So he's looking for the right one. If it's export, it will take the export and it will put it inside. Here we go. It will put it in our HTML. You put it, that mini page is putting inside the div. And finally, he said, okay, I downloaded already for the export. Now I'm updating. I update this screen. Why I'm updating is here, because if next time you click and it will be export, that will be existing here. It will not go to the server again. I'll go over that again on Sunday. Okay, guys? That's a little hard one. And then eventually we'll go over that. Sorry about delaying. I really apologize. I didn't really mean for it to be so long. So my apology. Brenda, are you surviving?
I am.
Okay. Is that making sense? You think you can handle it?
Yes, it is.
I really recommend. I know I kept you too long. It was too hard, but please go over it. Okay, so for Sunday, you will be familiar with. In your case, Daniel, in your case, when you will click catalog, when you click home, it will come to a similar function. And you will download only that page. And after you download that page, you will put it inside somewhere and you keep it. Like in the pages that I have here for Brenda. Next time, if somebody click catalog, oh, it's already down. I'm not going to take it from the server again. I will just bring it down again, and that's it. I will take it from whatever is already there. Got it? So the idea would be very similar, but this is really hard. I think it's a little hard. So let's talk Sunday. Please, please dedicate the time from now to Wednesday, full time on your projects. Daniel, Jeremiah, is Jimmy still with us?
No.
Okay. So please do spend as much time as possible and start making your presentation. So work hard.
So when I'm
Okay.
going to get this video, can I get it by tomorrow?
Yeah, okay. No. I can't hear you, sweetie.
Can I get this video tomorrow?
Do what?
This video that you recorded, the recording.
This video that we made.
Yeah, this recording. Can I get it tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to stop it, and then I will just remove the first part of the first certificate. I'll make 2 of them. I will upload it to YouTube, and I will send you the link.
Okay.
Okay? Have a good one. Sorry for the delay. I hope it was useful. Okay? Study hard, guys. Make sure that Jimmy really catching up. I hope he's not falling apart. And make sure that Michael also call me. Tell him I would like to talk to him today. He's supposed to come back. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Have a good one, guys.
Have
Bye.
a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.